Hello, welcome back to another episode of my Let's Play. We're finally doing a bunch more building of the castle. Today, gonna be building out a whole courtyard here. Gonna be putting some sort of building there, so something on every side of it, maybe a clock tower. It'll all be in the thumbnail. You already know what I'm gonna be building. But first, since I finally have an Elytra now, I've finished this map. And even with an Elytra, it took forever. Probably because it's like 300 something maps. From down here, it doesn't look super big, but when you get a bit closer, you begin to kind of realize the scale of it. Anyways, all that flying around means that I used all my fireworks, and this is all that I have left. I used all of my gunpowder. So I think I want to build a really quick gunpowder farm before we do any building. So, in my big tower underground, I've built a farm. It's not a very good one. Spiders get stuck. It's kind of like probably more complicated than it needs to be. But it does work. Basically, when they get pushed up those platforms, they eventually get down here and fall on a campfire and die to death. And then all their stuff ends up in here. Wow, that's actually a lot more than I thought it would be. But yeah, it's not just for gunpowder. It does a bit of everything. You know, all the mobs. Equality. Kill everyone. Anyways, the reason why there's so much stuff in there, because I have been building. Not a whole lot, but just, you know, a little bit of preparation. You know what, I got an idea. Yeah, that kind of works. Alright, so, there's all this stuff here that's already been built, and what was built was that little thing down there. That's a thing. This other little thing down here, that's also a thing. Don't really serve a purpose, they're sort of just there. Big main courtyard here. There's going to be a whole U building here. These two are going to be two towers that are going to go up. I don't know how high yet. And then there's these pass-throughs on both of them. This one goes to a little balcony terrace thing. And this one is a bridge to the wall. I actually think this bridge is like pretty cool. I mean, it's not, you know, anything crazy, but you know, just something quirky to add character. Also, for some reason, I kind of just like this staircase. I don't know why. I think because, like, the shape is, like, kind of wacky. But, yeah, this area, it serves no purpose. It's just here. Also, for the floor and basically all of this, it's stone and then smooth stone. And since, like, the edge, like, the very edge of the smooth stone is kind of, like, you know, basically the exact same, like, color. I don't know, it kind of, like, looks kind of cool because it makes these look like they're slightly smaller. And, I don't know, I think the effect looks pretty cool. So I'm trying to make this area look a little bit more clean, and a little bit, I guess, like, geometric, you know, more so than all of the randomness of everything else. I think it fits it pretty well. So, I've been very busy, but, unfortunately, nothing is going to plan, as always. So, let me take you through what's happened. Alright. So, I've built this stuff, I've built all this. I got here, went, this should not be two towers. This should be like a big gatehouse. So that's kind of what this ended up becoming instead of towers. I think this like copper grate thing here, you can, I don't know if you could fit an arrow through there, but you know, we can just pretend that maybe you could to, you know, attack anyone coming through that you don't want to come through. But there's a problem, which is this looks terrible. I don't know how obvious it is, but like these things, see, I think they're cool. I like them, more color. It kind of like makes the buildings just like be like, you know, in bold font rather than normal font sort of thing. Does not work with this type of roof. That type of roof up there, that type of roof works really well with these columns. This type of roof, no, it's terrible. It's awful. So, and I've tried stuff. I've tried all sorts of things. I tried putting like stuff across there. I tried bringing these columns up over the everything. It just looks terrible. But so there's not going to be towers there, but I still want there to be towers. So just put towers on the end of it, and then if there's not an end of the roof can't look bad. I'm a genius, I know, but that does mean I'm gonna have to tear down some stuff. But I only did the one side. This side hasn't even gotten there yet, so that's cool. And I think while I'm at it, these little spaces there and there that serve literally no purpose I think they're gonna become the towers, like that space and that space, and then technically, because this is currently a 4, so that's not actually in the middle. So just everything will just make sense and be better. And now I just need to actually build all of it. But some stuff has turned out well. You know, I got this little thing here. I think that looks pretty cool in a way of connecting this and this without, like, make sure that they seem like separate structures but are still connected. You know, I think that's pretty cool. I've done like these little things at the bottom. You know, I think that looks pretty cool. I haven't done it on all of them, but I've done it on these and it looks pretty cool. Maybe I'll do it on the other ones. I really like this copper grate thing. I might put doors in here, like big doors, like huge doors. Maybe not. Maybe. I think that would look cool. Oh yeah, there's these little balcony things. These little staircases that are only in the only place that has no windows. You know, there's just like a lot of like, a lot of like little things. You know, these windows are 3 high, but all these windows are only 2 glass blocks high. You know, there's just all these little things that I think are pretty cool. Yeah, I guess I just need to do a lot more building. So I'm not sure if like a tower is gonna fit in here, because it'll get pretty tight in here, I think. But if I have to bump out the wall a little bit, then that's what you gotta do. You know, I'll do what I have to. So it turns out a tower does fit here, but it is pretty close. It's actually starting to look pretty decent. Just need to put the towers and decide exactly what I'm doing for them. That'll be just about done. This is what the room up above the grate ended up looking like. Just, some windows to look out. And this, which I noticed something. If you look, all of these, you can't see, like, the size of the block or anything. You can just see the top layer. Both these ones, you can see the entire block. And it's very annoying. So I was thinking about what I want to do for the towers here. And I was going to do, like, a clock tower on each side. But then I realized, who needs 4 clock towers? So I think I'm going to do one there, make it a little bit taller, and then just have, some normal towers, just with, like, the crenellations on top. And I put crenellations on 3 of the 4 towers, and they look pretty good. I accidentally gave my tower cat ears sort of way. But all jokes aside, I think they really do, like, look quite good, and they fit. I like the design so much that I did it on all of these, just without the crenellations, because this is more of a balcony. So I'm honestly wondering at this point if I should even bother with a clock tower. I feel like just with normal crenellations would look pretty good. Yeah, might as well. I need something wacky in here to give it some character. Clock tower should do that. And the clock tower, it's a clock and it's a tower. I think it looks pretty good. And in here, there's this nice little fountain. Or not really little, I mean when you compare it, but anyways, there's also all these trees. And I think it looks pretty good. Because, the trees add a bit of color. This is also like a bit, it just looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Now, most of the roofs aren't actually green yet, so you can't really exactly tell what this is going to look like, but you can get a good enough idea. It's slowly starting to oxidize. This is really starting to, like, look good. Like, now that I'm slowly it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's just, I don't know, I feel like it's getting cooler and cooler and cooler. Also, there is no interior at all. Like, none of the floors have anything whatsoever. Maybe another day. Maybe another day. I'm never gonna do them. Well, that's gonna be it for this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe and all that stuff.